podcast intro music. Host. Hey there, sports fans. Welcome back to another episode of 4-Year Starters Daily Lineup, where we bring you all the latest news and insights from the world of sports. I'm your host, your name, and I'm here to get you fired up for today's action-packed show. But before we dive into our lineup of thrilling stories, let's kick things off with a fun fact about today, July 26th. Did you know that on this day in 1996, the United States women's gymnastics team, also known as the Magnificent Seven, achieved Olympic glory by winning their first ever team gold medal at the Summer Olympics in Atlanta? It was a historic moment that showcased their incredible talent and set the stage for future generations of gymnasts to shine. Now let's move on to our first story, where we'll be diving into the awe-inspiring journey of the U.S. women's national team, USWNT, and their path to dominance. We'll explore how they have managed to maintain their aura of invincibility on the global soccer stage, constantly raising the bar and leaving their opponents in awe. From their World Cup triumphs to their remarkable achievements in international competitions, the USWNT has become a force to be reckoned with. And that's not all, folks. We'll also be shifting our focus to the NFL as we gear up for the 2023 season. In our second story, we'll be taking a closer look at the NFC East teams and how they are preparing for what promises to be an electrifying season. From roster changes to coaching strategies, we'll dissect all the moves these teams are making to gain the competitive edge and stake their claim for the ultimate prize, the Super Bowl. So sit back, grab your favorite game day snack, and get ready to join us as we break down these exciting stories and more on today's episode of 4-Year Starters Daily Lineup, podcast outro music. Transition. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up and get ready for a whirlwind of sports headlines that will leave you breathless with excitement. We've got stories that will make your heart race, your blood pump, and your adrenaline surge. So, without further ado, let's dive right into the action. Story 1. In a game that had us all on the edge of our seats, the Los Angeles Dodgers showed us why they're true champions. With an incredible comeback in the 10th inning, they left the Toronto Blue Jays in their dust. Talk about a display of determination and guts. Story 2. The San Francisco 49ers find themselves in a precarious situation as star pass rusher Nick Bosa holds out for a new contract. This is a crucial moment for the Niners as they navigate the treacherous waters of negotiations. Will they be able to secure a deal and keep this key player on their roster? Only time will tell, my friends. Story 3. We mourn the loss of a true legend today, as Johnny Lujack, the iconic Notre Dame quarterback, has passed away at the age of 98. Lujack's impact on the game of football, particularly at Notre Dame, is immeasurable. A 3-time national champion and Heisman Trophy winner, his legacy will forever be etched in the annals of sports history. Rest in peace, Johnny. Hold on tight, folks, because the world of sports never stops delivering the thrills and spills that keep us coming back for more. Stay tuned for more heart-stopping action, jaw-dropping moments, and astonishing achievements that will leave you in awe. Stay pumped and keep that sports spirit alive. The United States women's national team, USWNT, enters the Women's World Cup group stage with the goal of asserting their dominance and maintaining their aura of invincibility. While cliches often surround international soccer, one saying holds some truth. World Cups are not won or lost in the group stage. However, a disastrous start can lead to a team's downfall, especially for a historically dominant team like the USWNT. The USWNT thrives on being the team to beat, comparable to legendary sports teams like the 50s Yankees, the Kobe Shaq Lakers, or Serena Williams in her prime. In this Women's World Cup, the USWNT's path to the knockout stage seems secure due to a favorable draw against Vietnam and Portugal as their first and third opponents. The improvement in the global game makes it unlikely for the Americans to be eliminated in the group stage this year. Therefore, the focus for head coach Vlatko Andonovski's team is not just advancing, but also setting a standard. The USWNT aims to remind every other team that they are the best. With their numberable 1 ranking and a reputation for being ruthless and unforgiving, they want to steamroll over their opponents on the way to the title. It is about maintaining their aura of invincibility and proving why they are regarded as the dominant force in women's soccer. The group stage becomes an opportunity for the USWNT to establish their superiority, sending a message to their competitors. While they cannot secure the World Cup in the opening weeks, they can certainly establish themselves as the team to beat and challenge mentally for their opponents. Overcoming the USWNT means not only outplaying them, but also conquering the mental barrier of facing a dominant team. In conclusion, the USWNT's focus in the group stage of the Women's World Cup is not just on advancing to the knockout stage, but also on asserting their dominance. They want to remind every other team that they are the best and maintain their aura of invincibility. While World Cups are not won in the group stage, a disastrous start can lead to a team's downfall. The USWNT aims to set a high standard and make it clear that they are the team to beat on their path to the title. The NFL offseason is almost over, and the 2023 season is fast approaching. In preparation for the new campaign, let's take a closer look at each team in the league. We previously covered the AFC East, which became even more competitive with the arrival of Aaron Rodgers. Now, let's shift our focus to the NFC East, which features the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, along with other intriguing storylines such as running back drama and a new team owner. Starting with the Philadelphia Eagles, they have several key players who will play vital roles in their success. Quarterback Jalen Hurts had a breakout season in 2022 and signed a significant contract extension this offseason. He will be crucial in leading the team as they aim to return to the Super Bowl. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, offensive tackle Lane Johnson, center Jason Kelce, linebacker Hassan Reddick, and cornerbacks James Bradbury and Darius Slay are also essential contributors. However, the Eagles face challenges as they strive to make another Super Bowl run. They lost both their offensive and defensive coordinators, as well as several defensive starters like Javon Hargrave, Marcus Epps, T.J. Edwards, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Overcoming these changes and maintaining their dominance will be a key focus for the Eagles in the upcoming season. An interesting fact to note for the 2023 season is Jalen Hurts' impressive performance in 2022. Despite falling short in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs, Hurts finished as the runner-up for both the Heisman Trophy and the NFL MVP. This achievement puts him in an elite group of players who have accomplished such success in both college and the NFL. As the Eagles gear up for the new season, fans eagerly await to see if Hurts and the team can bounce back from their Super Bowl defeat and contend for another championship. The NFC East promises to be an exciting division, and the Eagles will be a team to watch as they aim to maintain their status as one of the top teams in the NFC. Moving on to the New York Giants, their contract drama with star running back Saquon Barkley has finally come to an end. Barkley recently signed a 1-year, $11 million deal, putting an end to the uncertainty surrounding his future with the team. Despite the negotiations, Barkley has remained focused and committed to the Giants, showcasing his professionalism both on and off the field. Last season, the Giants embraced a no-nonsense, no-excuses, and ultra-professional approach under the guidance of Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll. Barkley played a significant role in this success, along with Daniel Jones, who was rewarded with a lucrative contract. Barkley's professionalism and dedication make him a valuable asset to the Giants as they look forward to the new season. In the 2023 offseason, there was uncertainty surrounding running back Saquon Barkley and his contract situation with the New York Giants. The team placed the franchise tag on Barkley, but he did not sign it, and they were unable to reach a long-term deal before the franchise tag deadline. Barkley expressed his unhappiness with the $10.1 million one-year deal and even considered sitting out the entire 2023 season. However, on July 25th, Barkley and the Giants finally agreed to a one-year deal worth up to $11 million, with the potential to increase his franchise tag value for 2024. Throughout the offseason, there were several developments in Barkley's contract negotiations. In January, Barkley stated that he wanted a realistic deal and expressed his desire to stay with the Giants. He acknowledged his injuries and underperformance in the previous seasons, but remained optimistic about the future. In June, Barkley announced his plans to skip minicamp and considered holding out to pressure the team into negotiating a new contract. He believed that there was still time to reach an agreement before the deadline in July. The dispute between Barkley and the Giants came to a resolution when they agreed on a one-year deal. Although it was not the long-term contract that Barkley desired, it provides him with an opportunity to prove his worth and potentially negotiate a better deal in the future. The agreement also gives the Giants more time to evaluate Barkley's performance and determine his value for the next season. Overall, the offseason was filled with uncertainty and negotiations between Barkley and the Giants. While a long-term deal was not reached, both parties were able to find common ground with a one-year agreement. The upcoming season will be crucial for Barkley to showcase his abilities and potentially secure a more lucrative contract in the future. The NFC East is shaping up to be an exciting division, and fans can look forward to an intense battle between the Eagles, the Giants, and the other teams in the division. Background music fades in. Host. And that's a wrap, folks. Another episode of 4-Year Starter comes to an end, but the excitement and passion for sports lives on. Co-host. Absolutely, my friend. We've covered everything from thrilling victories to heartbreaking defeats, and we couldn't have done it without our amazing listeners. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. Host. That's right, team. We've tackled the highs and lows of the game, just like a quarterback dodging a blitz or a hockey goalie making a game-saving glove save. Co-host. It's been a wild ride, folks. We've analyzed strategies, celebrated outstanding performances, and even dissected controversial calls. We've left no stone unturned, just like a skilled infielder fielding grounders or a basketball player diving for loose balls. Host. We've had the privilege of interviewing sports legends, passionate coaches, and dedicated athletes, all while capturing their stories and sharing them with you, our loyal listeners. Co-host. And we couldn't be more grateful for your support, folks. Your enthusiasm and engagement have fueled our love for the game, just like a roaring crowd fuels a team's energy in the final minutes of a close match. Host. Before we go, make sure to follow us on social media to stay up to date with all things 4-Year Starter. We want to hear your thoughts, your favorite moments, and even your own sports stories. Let's keep the conversation going. Co-host. Absolutely, team. So connect with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and let's keep the spirit of sports alive together. Host. And remember, folks, tomorrow is a brand new day, and you can bet we'll be back with more thrilling episodes, insightful analysis, and unforgettable sports moments. So mark your calendars, set your alarms, and join us for another exciting chapter of 4-Year Starter. Co-host. That's right, folks. Until then, keep living life with the same passion and determination as an athlete chasing their dreams. Keep cheering on your favorite teams. Keep supporting your local athletes, and keep spreading the love for the game. Background music fades out. Host. Thanks again for tuning in. You've been amazing. This is Host's name. Co-host. And I'm Co-host's name. Stay passionate, stay dedicated, and keep that sports spirit alive. Host. Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow on 4-Year Starter. Podcast ends.